Hey guys, I'm Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. I still have my 2021 fails to go over, so let's do that quickly. These aren't necessarily total fails, like they're terrible products. They just aren't working for me. I've mostly got skincare cleanser, a little bit of hair care, a little bit of makeup, so I've got a variety of things actually, all considered clean beauty. Of course, that's up to you whether or not you consider it clean. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna start first with this Fit Glow Beauty Makeup Cleansing Oil. I love Fit Glow Beauty. I love the idea behind the brand, and when I look at their ingredients, I'm always so impressed. The experience of all of their products are great. Like, this is glass packaging, it smells beautiful, it's a beautiful oil, and it does remove the makeup. For me personally, it's a fail because it makes my eyes swell the next morning and itchy. It just really irritates my eyes. And I found that the same is true for their, whatever the cream cleanser is that has the same color packaging on it. And so for me, I'm just not able to use their cleansers. I don't know what the ingredient is. Let me know if you've had this experience. I always want to be able to use the Fit Glow products. For me, it's just a huge fail. Something else that's terribly irritating for me is this Fable and Mane hair oil. Let's see, for stronger hair and healthy roots. And it's got all these, all hair types, no silicones, cruelty-free, vegan formula. I love the idea of it. I have very dry hair. I can put oil in and you'll never know. Like, I could go days and days, probably a week or so. My hair would just look flatter and straighter, but no more oily. This really did sort of plump the hair, make it look nice. It is so strongly scented. I sneeze the whole time. I can't wear it. Why? Why does this have to be so strongly scented? And I would love to sleep in this, but then it's not even the oil all over my pillow. It is the scent that's all over my pillow, and then I have to wash everything on my bed. I just don't understand why things have to be so fragranced. So this is a huge fail because of the fragrance. I guess this is our hair today. You know, it is what it is, speaking of hair. So this is the Innocence Sweet Spirit Leave-In Conditioner. My hair, again, is dry, frizzy. It begs for a leave-in conditioner. And this leaves my hair looking chunky, but not in a good way. Greasy, like it leaves chunks of hair that just look unkempt. Like, it's not anything I'm looking for. It's a lightweight detangling spray to increase moisture and add shine. I've tried putting it in my hair when it's wet, fresh out of the shower. I've tried putting it in when it's towel dry. It just never looks good. It never does anything positive to the ultimate performance and look of my hair. I'm curious to know who this works for, so if you've tried this, because I still have some left, I could give it to a friend or my sister or someone. It just doesn't work for me. This is another hair product. This is the Olaplex number 3 to repair and strengthen all hair types. This is a fail because I just cannot get myself to use it. Basically, you need to not be in the shower. You cannot use this while you're in the shower because you're supposed to leave it on how long? Use 1 time per week for damaged hair, 2 to 3 times per week. Apply on damp towel dried hair, a minimum of 10 minutes. So you've got to already have showered basically, even though then I think you're supposed to go in. Yes, you're supposed to go in afterwards and use shampoo. I just don't get where this fits in the routine. I'm a person who's typically cold. I don't want to wet my hair, towel dry it, put this on, wait 10 minutes while I'm shivering and freezing, and then get back in the shower and shower. It seems wasteful of water to fully wet my hair. I just cannot fit it in my routine. So it's a fail for me because I don't know if it works because I can never use it. I think I'll take this to brunch with me and give it to one of my friends. I'm having brunch, which is really nice, right? This is the last sort of hair product. I'm done with hair on the head. This is the Fit Glow. It's their lash serum. Let me see if I can read it without my readers. Lash and brow serum. Again, another Fit Glow skincare product that didn't work for me. You can see I gave it a good try. It's glass packaging. It feels really nice to use. It's one of those products you just put in your brows and along your lash line at night before you go to sleep. Oh, it's gonna drip. Oh, and I dripped on the carpet. I'm sure that's fine. No scent. It's a clear liquid. It's not sticky or too greasy or oily. It's comfortable. What I found was I didn't notice any difference with my brows whatsoever, and I do have some thin spots right here at the start of my brows. That's where I really wanted to fill it in. That's okay. I have brow products. I can use, color it in, all that. But my lashes, I felt like it actually was working. I noticed my lashes looked longer and fuller, and I was so excited. And then I continued with the product, and all of that went away. I still used it every single night, and that effect completely went away. So it was like once I went into the next growth cycle, I had to start all over, I guess. It didn't maintain, and this made my eyes itch. It wasn't worth it. I was willing to endure the itchiness if it actually worked, but since it worked and then stopped working, it's not worth it. So this, I would say, is a fail. I just don't have very good lashes, and I would love to have a product that would thicken them and lengthen them, something. They're just really dull, not long, not thick, not noticeable unless I have mascara on, and I was really hopeful about this, but just not worth it. Sticking with the eyes, we have this Aerie Perez Aloe Gel Lash and Brow Mascara. I thought it was a good thing at first. It actually is more clear when you first get it, but I used it on my brows after I had put some brow product in. It's got a pine cone wand. I think it's silicone, so you can feel it gripping and really applying, which I really liked. I thought I would wear it mostly maybe on my lower lashes to hold my brows as well. I don't typically put mascara on my lower lashes, but it'd be nice to have something to separate them. They actually are better than my upper lashes, like longer, and anyway. It just didn't do anything. It just was completely ineffective, and it just seemed like, why even spend the time applying it if it's not gonna do anything? My eye has decided to start to water. Another eye product. So it looks like I'm starting from the top going down, and we're actually almost done. So a lot of these were hair and eye. This is the Ilia, this is their new release. I can't read the name. It's their new release mascara, their full volume mascara. This is a mini size. Here's the wand, which I didn't actually find beneficial. Like, I prefer just a regular shape wand, but it's one of those sort of pipe cleaner ones. Whatever their regular one is, I'll put the name on the screen. I can't think of the name of it. That one is great. It's lengthening and lasts all day. It looks really nice. It's a wonderful mascara. This one gives great volume, and it lasts for maybe 3 minutes before it starts flaking and just leaving a dusting under my eyes. It smudges, it flakes, it budges, it does not stay, and it was horrible. I do not recommend this one. I don't know how people are wearing it. I would even powder under my eyes to keep it from sticking underneath, but it does not last. And I mean 3 minutes maybe is all I could get it to last for, but it does give nice volume. I'll give it that. Stick with the original version and go with something else like the Bite Beauty mascara, which is volumizing and beautiful and wears a whole lot better. I forgot to put this in here, but another mascara that was a complete fail, it wasn't a new release in 2021, I don't think, was the Vapor mascara. Horrible, horrible. That one's terrible too. An eye product that I tried is from Pi Skincare. Pi Skincare's lovely, beautiful. Everything I've tried from them has been wonderful. Even if it hasn't been my favorite, I see the positives. This System D I got, it's a gel, and it comes with a little mushroom massager, like a quartz massager to go under your eyes. First of all, I loved getting the little massager, but it came with like no diagram or anything of how to use it. So I had to look up online, which isn't the biggest deal, but I just thought if you're gonna throw in this lovely promo and accessory to use with your product, at least like have a video on your website of how to use it with it or something. Anyway, that was just a little disappointing. This is an eye serum that's supposed to calm the under eyes. As I've mentioned, I have allergies. I get red, itchy eyes very easily. They're pretty much always itchy, and I get a lot of discoloration here from rubbing my eyes and just from the allergies. I really thought this would be lovely, cooling something. I had to use a ton of it. It's clear, it's a clear gel. I had to put a ton of it under my eye if I wanted to use the little mushroom massager at all, because it dried up so quickly. Then I didn't find it was especially cooling. There was no calming. It didn't help with anything I was looking for. And I don't know that it has any ingredients that are really good for anti-aging or puffiness or what it's for. Well, it does say it has ceramide. It's a ceramide cooling serum. So that would be, moisturizing the ceramides. I didn't find any benefit from it. I just found it pointless to use. I didn't like how it layered underneath then my eye cream. And then I thought, well, I'll just use it at night. But then it was just another step at night that I felt like didn't do anything. This, I believe, was recently released. At the end of 2021, this is the Aeropress Beetroot Cheek and Lip Tint. Love the idea of this. I have the box somewhere. Let's see. I'll tell you what it says. Easily buildable 2-in-1 tint delivers a beautiful, long-lasting flush for cheeks and lips. Layer on for bolder color, enriched with antioxidant rosehip oil and beetroot. It also naturally provides protection and moisture. The problem with this is it's crazy, crazy pigmented. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. You can see it's like a watery, can you see how watery that is? Well, from over here I can see through it. It looks like a lip gloss or something. It's really watery. It has a doe foot applicator, no scent. And I will put it on the back of my hand for you to see. It's not the shade that it looks like it's gonna be either, which is, it's fine, but it looks a lot more berry in here where it's like an orangey red here. And then it turns to water basically. It's already way dried down and you can still see the stripe that I put it on my hand. So if you want to dot it on your face and then rub it out, you'll be left with those dots. If you put it on your hand and get your brush and swirl it around, by the time you get it to your face, it's dry. Like, I mean, and it stains too. So for the lips, I think it's okay, but crazy dry on the lips. There's no moisturizer properties, no moisturizing properties to it. If you're okay with just a stain that's crazy drying, this could be a product for you. Let's go back with lips. This is the Cosa Sport Hyaluronic Lip Balm. I have the shade Pulse. Comes in this cute flat packaging. So like if you go for a run or something, you just slip it in that little pocket at the top of your leggings. You know what I'm talking about? It's a push, it's a, twist top comes up. The shade is really nice. It's soft, but not too soft. It's really comfortable. It does feel hydrating on the lips. You could use it on your cheeks, on your eyes, on your lips. Actually, hold on, I wouldn't use it on my eyes because it smells like spearmint and that would totally irritate my eyes. So a couple things I don't like about this, now that I've said all the great things. It smells like spearmint. It smells so disgusting and it's right under my nose and I can't wear it because it smells so gross. If you're a spearmint lover, I guess you'll love this. I think it's disgusting. The other thing is, every time I use it, it is so messy. It just annoys me. Why have white packaging with this kind of delivery system? When you're putting it on your lips, it's gonna smear some and it gets all around the sides. It just looks icky and gross. I mean, the inside of this cap is all nasty and I've hardly ever used it. So that makes me not want to use it. When I open it up and I see it, I'm like, ooh, that looks gross and dirty. I don't want to put that on my mouth. And then I smell it, I'm like, oh, and it's disgusting. And then I think, wait a second, the point of this is for me to take it out and be sporty, probably to be outside, to be working out, to have the ease of use, and it has no SPF. For me, that destroys it completely. I don't understand the point of a product like this if you're not gonna have SPF in it. Just seems a total waste. I hate it. Another lip product that may have been fine is this Westman Atelier Le Rouge. Oh my gosh, I spent so much money on this thing. The packaging is so heavy, totally luxurious, it's gorgeous. First, it's difficult to open. You have to like wedge your nails in to get it open. It does have a mirror in it, and I'm pointing to the mirror. I'm not, doing this to my brows, which I feel like it looked like. Comes with all these shades. A couple things about it. It's hard to get into each individual shade. If you have decently sized finger pads, you really need to use a lip brush with it. I think for the price, it should come with a lip brush. Second, and I probably should have said something sooner, but I think I waited too long. Mine smelled like crayons, which is a sign that they're bad. So I don't know if when I got it, it was already bad or turning, and they were crazy dry on the lips. Like I absolutely had to put something under or over them to moisturize, which would then change the look of these. So they would go from like a lip suede, which looked like a nice lipstick, to always looking glossy, which would be fine if they weren't so expensive and I didn't buy a product that isn't glossy, that I could then have the flexibility to make glossy. I always had to make these glossy because they were so drying. And I do think they were okay in the beginning when I got them. They just turned really quickly. This whole thing went bad, so I'm not going to use it. I can't use it. And it makes me angry. This is by Pi, the Impossible Glow. It's a hyaluronic acid and sea kelp bronzing drops. You shake it. It's incredibly watery. It's incredibly messy. It leaks all around the top here. It is incredibly orange and messy. Like I'm not gonna do a whole dropper. I'm just gonna touch it. It is glass packaging. It's probably great for oily skin. It's water-based, I believe. This is the tiniest looking or copperiest looking product I've ever used in my life. I cannot use this as a bronzer. I'm sure there are very warm skin tones that can use this. It's already dried down, so it's sort of similar to the beet. You see how awful that looks. The Perez beetroot product. Like, it's already dried down. I can't spread it. I looked like the Copper Man, like the Tin Man, but the Copper Man when I wore it. I'll link a video where I review it. It's not moisturizing. I don't know about this hyaluronic acid that's in it. I'm sure it really is. All I know is dries down in a second, feels dry, didn't moisturize. I hate the shade. I hate the shine. This is the Drunk Elephant A Passione Retinol Cream. The cream itself is fine. Actually good. It was my favorite retinol. The problem for me is I live in Denver, which is a high altitude, and with this kind of aluminum packaging, I'm not even gonna open it. I've used this like twice. I took the top off. Excuse me. I took the top off. It came oozing out, like boop, all the way down onto the floor. I tried to let it finish. Altitude compresses things. Tried to let it finish squeezing out. I never did. So I shoved the top on until it all oozed out the side. I wiped it off, and I've tried several times to use it, but every single time so much comes oozing out that I think now the product, it's ruined the experience for me. I tried to put it into a different container. The part that oozed out started changing color, which tells me it's oxidized, it's gone bad. And I'm just gonna go with a different product because this packaging, while I love aluminum and recyclability and all of that, this doesn't work for everyone everywhere. And if you're at altitude, it does not work. I have had this problem before, but never as bad. So I'm not gonna get this again, and I'm tossing it. By the way, I think I'm gonna try the Straight A Achiever or something like that by Maya Chia, if you're curious. One more, it's a sunscreen. It's the Michelle Dermaceuticals Protect Sun Shield Liquid SPF 50. They're tinted one in light medium glass packaging. You gotta shake it really well. It does have a dropper. Great things about it, SPF 50, it's tinted, and it's great for sensitive skin. The reason it's a fail, this feels like one of those, like a silicone toy instead of a dropper. So let's see if it's all stopped up. Yeah, well, that's part of the problem. It's so thick that all stopped. Ew, do you see that? It's all stopped up. Blah. and I haven't had it that long. Anyway, here it is. Problems with it are that it's very messy. And then also for me, in my skin type, in my skin tone, it's opaque and chalky. The shade match is actually fine, but when it dries down, it looks very powdery and dry and drying, and it dries my skin out no matter how much moisturizer I put on underneath it, and it just looks like I have like a light colored mud. Like, I don't know if as a kid my mom used to send me outside with a little pie tin and say, go make mud pies. I lived in the Southeast where it rained a lot, and I would spend time making mud pies, and then they would dry and they turn this chalky texture and kind of color on top, and that's what this is. It's about dry now, and well, you saw it on my finger. It's just really drying. No matter how much dewy products I put on top of it, it didn't work for me and my skin type, which is dry. Maybe if you have oily skin, this would work for you. And I did find other wonderful skincare products. I'll link my favorites videos down below so you can see my very favorite. These are my fails of 2021. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think of any of these down below. If you have a different impression, if I should try stuff differently, I'm using it wrong, or you recommend something that I would replace one of these products, I'd love to hear about it. And as always, I hope you find some time to pamper yourself today. Bye.